So for the purpose of this activity, we're going to simulate a group setting. Hello, my name is Eric Calderon, and I'm a student occupational therapy assistant at Cincinnati State. Today we're going to be doing a group activity. The group activity that we'll be doing is anger management. And with this activity, we're going to be utilizing a balloon of different sizes. The small balloon would represent your heart. It's going to represent your heart, and basically that's going to represent your feelings. Like all the anger, anything that caused pain or hurt. And what's going to happen is, on this balloon, we'll end up cutting up some slits of paper, and we'll also tie this ribbon here, and from there we'll continue on the activity with verbal instruction. This is to help us express our emotions, our feelings in regards to how we feel on the inside and how people would perceive us on the outside. Sometimes individuals have difficulty expressing themselves in any occupational setting, whether that be work, education, school, at home, at a store, in any given situation. And sometimes individuals may have a tough time expressing those feelings. In this group, we will be expressing feelings and seeing how, during discussion, during the processing part of the group setting, how we can all kind of provide some feedback, whether if it's positive, if the way that we're handling this is a good way, or the way that we're approaching this is not. So, are you guys ready to begin? Okay, so to begin, again, to simulate a group setting, we're just gonna go around the group, just briefly mention who you are, and also how your current state of feeling is and emotions. You don't have to go too in depth if you guys don't want to. What we can do is just, I can go first, and we'll go from there. Just make sure that we kind of, just ease into this process. So to begin, as I made mention, my name's Eric Calderon. I'm a student occupational therapy assistant. I'm hoping to get really involved in this career and also help better individuals' lives, along with mine too. So my current state of feeling is I'm a little tired. It is kind of the morning. I'm also kind of excited. I kind of have something planned out later today, and it's a first-time experience for me. Moving on.
My name's Karina Vela, and I guess my state of emotion right now could be pretty similar since it is early. But I also feel happy. It's Sunday. I enjoy my Sundays, so I guess I'm feeling pretty calm with my feelings and emotions at this moment.
All right. Awesome. Thank you for sharing. Are you guys ready to begin?
Yes.
Awesome. Let's go ahead and do it. So the activity we're going to be doing is called Hidden Heart. And as I made mention before, what this is supposed to represent is emotions, feelings. Again, this group and theme is called anger management. Anger management can sort of branch off to many different things. In this case, it's more about understanding how you feel, the pains, the hurts, the whatever makes you kind of feel kind of down. And by doing so, the way that we're going to begin this is everyone's going to grab a small balloon. We have different sizes. We have big balloons and small balloons, and I will tell you which ones represent what. So to begin, go ahead and choose a small balloon of your choice. Very good. And then what we're going to do now with that small balloon, go ahead and stretch it out, just so for the purpose of we're going to write on a piece of paper, and on this paper you're going to write down what pain or what hurts you or what makes you mad. You'll write it down on this paper, and then eventually we're going to cut it up and stick those into your small balloon. This small balloon represents your heart, your feelings in your heart, and then we'll go off from there. So what we'll go ahead and do is go ahead and write down what makes you mad. Write down maybe 3 to 5 things. Write down, and we'll share it maybe later on in the activity. So, 3 to 5 things. What makes you mad? What hurts you? What makes you sad? Try to stick within those themes. No need to share right now. Just go ahead and write it down. And if you guys can, write it small. That way when we get to the cutting process, these little slits of paper that we'll end up cutting will fit inside this balloon, just like this model that you have right here. Everybody see that? Good. If you guys have any questions or any help, please feel free to ask. Again, your slits of paper represent your emotions on what makes you mad, what makes you sad, what hurts you. It's okay. It can be about work, it can be about school, it can be at home, it can be, a family member, a friend, even how you're feeling at this exact moment in this activity session. And then once you guys are done, please be careful utilizing the scissors. If you guys need assistance in cutting, please feel free to ask me. I will ask that, depending on what it is that you wrote, it's just the backside. That way it's just harder to read. I don't want to, expose any feelings that makes anybody uneasy. Try to cut it as small as you can, okay? So we'll just go ahead and do that process. Again, let me know if you guys need any help. And what's going to end up happening is once you guys cut those pieces of paper, you're gonna put those slits of paper in this balloon. And I'll show you how to do that process here once we're all on the same page. Karina, do you have any questions? You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Awesome.
And you said put them in the balloon?
So yeah, the best way to do this is if you guys fold it and try to open the mouth of the balloon. If you guys need assistance, please let me know. It might be easier if I do hold open the mouth. So just really pry open the mouth. These balloons are pretty malleable, so they can stretch and flex. Just try to put those slits of paper in that balloon. Just expand the mouth.
Mm-hmm.
If your balloon rips, let me know. We have plenty more. Very good. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to cut probably about a 6-inch piece of ribbon. So just go ahead and do that. Very good. I'll take the scissors once you guys are all done. So what you're going to do now is you're going to make a knot on the neck portion of your balloon. So we'll go ahead and do that now. If you guys need assistance, please let me know. Very good. So, again, let's recap. The little balloon represents your guys' heart. Inside are the slits of paper, and those represent your emotions. Now, we only did very few. We can do a lot. We can write down full sentences. We can do represent emotions by one word. We can even do different themes. But again, let's stick with the realm of anger management. This represents your heart. The ribbon kind of closes that off. Now we're going to move on to the bigger balloon. And the bigger balloon is supposed to represent your body, like the shell. what's going to happen is you as a whole, your heart, this balloon is actually going to fit into this, the small balloon is going to fit into the bigger balloon. Okay, so what we're going to do is, Karina, go ahead and choose whichever color balloon you want. Very good. The big balloon, again, represents how the client feels about themselves. So, on the outside, this is the shell portion. This is the external part that everyone can see, yet no one fully understands, how you feel in here. So, this might be you might need a little bit of assistance. Feel free to to have me help, or ask your partner if they're willing to help. If not, that's okay. I'll come around and help you guys. So, what we're going to do is we're going to open the mouth of the big balloon. And I'm just going to fit the small balloon right in there. And what's going to happen is you guys are going to go ahead and blow the balloon up. We'll go ahead and just do it about the size of like maybe your head. That'll probably be a good size. Again, the big balloon represents how the client feels about themselves on the external part. So, like basically your body, you. Now, what's going to happen is these permanent markers here, you're going to write down what it is that you do to cover up the pain that you have inside you. So, whatever pain and emotions that you wrote down in the smaller balloon, what is it that you guys do to cover those feelings up? So, like my example for me would be, I get mad when I don't sleep. I get frustrated when I don't sleep very well. What do I do when I don't sleep very well? Well, I try to act nice. I try to be laughable. I'll put on a grin, even though that smile, that grin may not fully represent happiness as what everybody would perceive. So everybody has their kind of coping mechanism on how to go about. So if you guys don't mind, write down how you feel or what it is that you guys do to cover up the emotions that you guys wrote in the small balloon, in your heart, essentially.
Do I tie this?
Yes, I'm sorry. Yeah, good. Very good question, Karina. Yes, go ahead and tie your guys' balloon. I'm sorry, I skipped on that part. Okay. Very good. Thank you. Wonderful. So just go ahead and write your guys' what is it that you guys do? What is it that you guys, how do you cover up those emotions?
Just one?
Good question. Let's go ahead and do however many you guys wrote on your emotions piece of paper should be how many you guys are writing on the outside. And if you guys feel like you guys have any more, feel free to write as many as you want. So again, you're writing down how you guys hide those feelings. What you guys feel here, how do you guys mask it? How do you guys hide it on the outside? How many do you have, Karina?
3.
3? Awesome. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to just go around, kind of discuss how we hide these things. So the first thing that I kind of want to do is, if anybody's willing to share, let's feel free to share, perhaps what kind of makes you mad and how you hide it. So Karina, are you kind of willing to share how, what you feel on the inside? Like perhaps, let's begin with what kind of hurts, what kind of pains, what kind of anger you might have on the inside. What's in your small balloon, if you're willing to share with us?
Yeah, I wrote down that a couple things that make me mad or feel pain is essentially like what's going on in the world. I just feel stressed and angry at the same time. I don't like people. I also wrote down that I don't like when people are mean to each other. That's something that causes pain and anger inside of me. And then one of the last things that has a big root to my pain in life would be my mom. So that's one of the ones that I wrote down as well, that cause pain and anger and emotions or negative emotions inside of me.
Okay, very good. Thank you for sharing that.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for sharing that. And if you don't mind, based off what you said, how do you mask that at the external level, like on the superficial level? How do you mask that on the outside?
I try to do the complete opposite. I smile. I hide my physical pain through a smile. I try and be nice to others, masking, the anger, and I just try and stay positive, trying to look at the bright side, but sometimes it doesn't always work.
Very good, very good. Thank you. I like. Thank you for sharing. So just to go off of what Karina did said, she said that she'll smile, she would stay positive, and she'll be nice to others. So, probably your typical, way of handling things, and I do applaud her for doing so. So, for simulation purposes, we'll go around the group and have individuals share if they are able and willing to share. If they're not, that is okay. We want to make sure that even though we perhaps don't express it or spread the awareness, we want to make sure that that individual is also aware of how they're managing their anger management. So, what we're going to do now is, after sharing and discussing, we're going to go ahead and pop the balloon. So, Karina, do you care to pop your balloon? Mm. All right. So, everybody all at once will pop their balloon on the count of 3, 2, 1. All right. So, how do you guys feel about, one another's ways of handling things? How does that make you guys feel? Do you think it's effective? Do you think smiling, kind of helps mask those feelings that you have inside? Does staying positive kind of mask it? Does it effectively kind of get rid of the negativity?
I don't think it will long term, but yes, it does help in the meantime.
Okay, so it helps short term.
Yeah.
It helps short term. And do you think that kind of helps you, overall? I mean, better short term, better to have something than to have nothing at all, correct?
Right, and awesome. Just take it day by day.
Awesome. That's good. I like it. How can your life change if you get rid of those negative things and leave only the positive in your heart? You think life will be better?
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Do you think you can trust, people with your little heart here? Do you think people, the way that you guys hide things, do you think people can understand how you feel sometimes if you guys don't express yourself? Do you think expressing sort of helps how you guys feel, such as like, are you guys able to communicate, like, hey, this is bothering me, or this is making me feel like this? Do you think you guys have the ability to effectively communicate to your boss, to your partner, to your mother, your son, your daughter, whomever it might be? You guys have that ability to communicate?
At first, I want to say no, but I think it's a work in progress where you learn to do so. So I feel the more you do it, the easier it'll become.
Understood.
Because it can be kind of difficult.
Gotcha. Do you guys have any questions in regards on the activity or what you guys kind of learned? How do you think you guys might apply this, going forward?
Just to understand, to consistently do this and to cope with the feelings that you may have inside your little balloon, which would be your heart, and just the outside will definitely be the protector, but just as long as you can continue expressing those feelings and releasing what's inside the smaller balloon can help you long term.
So to branch off what Karina was saying, and if anybody in the group wishes to chime in, please feel free. She says to kind of continue, doing this. So let's just say that we didn't have a balloon and, you didn't have the accessories here. What other methods can you guys utilize to apply this? So again, say you're at a work setting, at home, you don't have the method of, the hidden hearts activity. You don't have the supplies here. What are some other methods you guys think that you guys could do to help express, to help spread your awareness about your own anger management, perhaps, or perhaps even it is your own feelings or others. Like how do you think you guys could do that, amongst yourselves or by yourselves?
I would just think journaling.
Journaling
And writing.
Absolutely. Very good. Continue.
No, yeah, just writing down everything that you feel and you think, and writing down your problems and finding out solutions to those problems.
Very good. Very good. That is a wonderful idea. Journaling is absolutely, I think, one of the best ideas that you can put out there. Individuals don't have to read it, and it's there for you to write down how you feel, record it, go back to it, digest and reflect how you feel. I think that is a wonderful idea, Karina. Very good, very good. Do you guys have any questions, any comments, any concerns in regards to this activity?
No.
No. Okay, so next week, what will happen is we'll give our small heart to somebody that we think that we might trust in the activity. Next activity might be trust, learning to build those connections, and we'll go from there. So that concludes today's activity. You guys are free to go.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mm-hmm. Thanks, everybody. Thank you for participating.